guys? Welcome to Shrimp Gang Garage. I am a DIY kind of guy. I like to work on my motorcycles and my equipment myself rather than spend the money on a mechanic who can maybe do it faster. But again, I'm a budget-friendly person. I like to save $1 wherever I can, and I like to learn about my machines. So today we're going to talk about my ride, and we're going to talk about my setup. So let's get into it. So I ride a 2009 Dyna Super Glide. This is her. She's got roughly 30,000 miles on her, and well, she rips pretty good. So we're going to go over some of the things that I have installed on this bike. So let's start off in saying that she is a stage 1. We have an air cleaner. It's not on there right now. It's just a Harley Screaming Eagle Performance air cleaner. I'm working on getting an upgraded one. I have a 2-in-1 custom exhaust with a nice welded turnout. I am running Shinko 777 tires in the rear. They really stick to the road. They're super sticky. They don't last the longest, but I like to do wheelies, and I like to ride really hard, and I need a tire that sticks to the road. I have them in the rear as well as in the front. Now, they don't come with the lettering painted. You have to do that yourself. I use a paint pen, and it's a pain in the ass, but I think it looks pretty good personally. So on top of the stage 1, I've got the pipe, I've got the air cleaner, and I have a Power Vision tuner from Dyna, and they are one of the best tuners on the market right now, and I love the thing. It's easy to flash tune the bike, and that's pretty much that. For grips, I'm rocking the Vans Colt grips with a ODI billet throttle tube, and I got those from my local indie shop. So it's the ODI Fusion billet throttle tube for Harley Davidsons. And there's the Vans Colts. They're $20. I'm telling you guys, get the Vans Colt grips. They are just phenomenal. Now we're going to talk about my suspension. In the front, I have Progressive heavy duty springs, and and I got Bel-Ray 20 weight fork oil, so that way it slows down the rebound when I come down from a wheelie. It's not as jarring to the suspension, and the heavy duty springs really help keep the bike planted, because the stock springs that were in there, I have them over here, they're in there because they're trash. Whenever you'd hit the brakes, the front end of this bike would just drop down to the ground, and it would get real unstable. So I got the Progressive in the front. In the rear, I have the Drag Specialties 13.5 adjustable height and preload adjustable. They're awesome. They look amazing. They come packaged really well, and compared to the stock ones, it's a night and day difference. It gives you a nice lift in the rear. You can get your hand in there now, and it really helps with the turn-in of the bike. Like when you're cornering or want to do wheelies, it's a game changer. For a seat, I'm rocking a stock Harley 2010 lowrider seat. I think the Street Bobs also came with the seat. Yeah, the newer Fat Bobs. The newer Fat Bobs, like 2010 to 2013, came with this seat. It's got a higher back. It holds you in better than a stock like Badlander seat. The Badlander seats aren't really great for doing wheelies because they don't have this back to hold you in. My bar setup is a Big Al's risers. I think they're a 10-inch risers with a 1-inch pullback. They come with APR bolts, and they're amazing. I mean, it really makes a difference in the riding position and how the bike really just performs. Up front, I'm rocking all LEDs. So we'll straighten this out. I'm rocking LED blinkers, LED headlight, and LED light bar. The light bar is a Moon's MC. The blinkers, well, I don't know why that one's not working right. So the blinkers turn off the outside and then blink on the inside. And then when you turn them off, it goes back to the kind of halo look. But I'm definitely seen at night, and I can see very well at night also. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Nothing yet. I'm working on getting a chain kit. I'm still rocking a stock belt, but everybody's like, oh, you can't pull wheelies on a belt. They'll snap. I've seen plenty of guys pulling wheelies on the factory belts for quite a long time. All right, so we're gonna move on to my tool setup, and I am rocking a Harbor Freight workbench with the pegboard back. I made it look a little fancier. I put a small TV in there, which goes directly to my phone, so I can look at YouTube videos or manuals online, and it all goes to the big screen. On this side, I've got my impact driver, and that's for that's just to take shit out. It's a Bauer. It is a Harbor Freight one, but again, budget friendly. It gets the job done for what I need to do. You can go more expensive. I have a Ryobi right here. That's for like the real shit I need to ooga dooga. And I have a drill driver right here. So the drill driver is nice for putting fasteners or bolts or shit back in, because you can adjust the amount of force it has. It's like 1 to 15, some shit like that. And if you put it at like 10 and you fucking put bolts back in, it'll stop before it over torques the bolt, and then you can hit it with your torque wrench. Over here I have my toolbox again. US General, Harbor Freight. It's a toolbox. Not a lot can go wrong with it if you use it correctly and don't overload it. So in here I have a screwdriver set with different Phillips and flatheads and Torx bits. I've got some vice grips, adjustables, various pliers and dikes and little pliers, and I've got metric and standard socket sets. These holders actually come from Harbor Freight also, and they're really nice to organize the top set of your toolbox if you have this type of toolbox. I got some Allen wrenches in my top drawer. I'm rocking my all my extensions, 1/4 inch, 3/8, 1/2 inch extensions. They're all in here. Got my mallet for taking axles out and whatever else I need to bang on. It's a small screwdriver set there. In this drawer I have my wrenches. Right now I'm only rocking just your standard wrench. I don't have ratcheting wrenches. I will be upgrading these to ratcheting wrenches at some point, just because they're super useful. This foam was just foam I had laying around that I was able to cut out and make my wrenches shadowed into my box, so I know if I'm missing a wrench. This drawer has my 1/4 inch, 3/8, 1/2 inch drive ratchets, a small breaker bar, some adapters, and my torque wrenches. And we're going to take a second to talk about these torque wrenches. This is a Harbor Freight torque wrench, and it goes up to 80 foot-pounds. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see if I can get this to focus. 80 foot-pounds. So this torque wrench is $20 at Harbor Freight, and I have taken it to work. We have a Versatester at work, which is a machine that tests torque wrenches, and I have tested it against snap-on torque wrenches. Your average snap-on torque wrench costs over $300 for a foot-pounds one. A 3/8 foot-pounds snap-on torque wrench is over $300. This torque wrench cost me $20 at Harbor Freight, and it is dead on the torque wrench tester. Yes, it's just right on. You set it at 40 foot-pounds, and you click it off and it's at 40 foot-pounds. So I've got the foot-pounds and the inch-pounds from Harbor Freight. You cannot go wrong with this deal. It is $20 and they are as accurate as a snap-on torque wrench. And they have a lifetime warranty. So if they ever break or ever get messed up, you can bring them back to Harbor Freight and they will give you a new one. You cannot go wrong with that deal. In my bottom drawer here, it's kind of a miscellaneous drawer. I've got my Dremel cutoff wheels. I've got a tap and die set, an X-Acto blade set, random sockets, hammer, and a hacksaw. It's a pretty random drawer. I've got some shit like big ass Allen key sockets. I'm still working on how to figuring out how to organize all of this. I think it looks all right for now. So that is my setup. So I just want to thank you guys for joining me here on Shrimp Gang Garage. And I hope that you'll follow along on more of our videos. Because like I said, I like to learn, I like to save money, and I just like working on my own shit. So I hope you join us for the next video, which shortly will be coming out. I should be doing cams on the Dyna, and that'll be interesting because I've never torn to the cam chest. So I'm probably going to be doing the cams, the cam chain tensioner, and maybe upgrading the oil pump. So when that comes to it, we'll get that out there, and then you'll be able to see it. So again, thank you for joining me here at Shrimp Gang Garage.